let's just develop our bishop, pinning the knight to the king. And then once the bishop moves to d2, my knight on d5 is under attack twice. I'm only guarding it once. So I am going to be giving up my bishop for a knight. And then once he decides to take on c3, he should be losing the game because I'm going to play the move knight e3. I'm threatening g2, I'm threatening c4, and I'm attacking the queen. He decides to play queen to e2, and then I have a very nice move, knight to d4. Attacking the queen again, he's not able to take my knight due to the royal fork, and if he uses the bishop to take my knight, my pawn takes, and my knight on e3 is very strong. So he took on d4, let's take, defend the knight, and from here, his king will never leave the center of the board. Pawn to c3 was played, let me get my king out the center of the board, so that way I could start an attack on his king. The knight h3 basically loses the game. First of all, he's putting his knight on the edge of the board, but his queen and his king is on the same line. So in order for us to win this game, first all we need to do is take on c4, just capturing the bishop. And he's actually not able to take back the pawn because his queen is on the same line. So he used the time to castle his king, but now we're able to take on h3, getting the knight on the edge of the board, which means his king is now extremely exposed. So to continue with our attack, we're going to play the move rook to e8, attacking the queen, forcing the queen to move. Queen moves to g2, which is not good because it allows my knight to get to e3, which is another fork. Now his queen and his rook is under attack, and he's forced to move the queen. Now, once he moves the queen, taking the rook is definitely winning, but I'm also trying to find a way to deliver a checkmate. So let's start by playing the move queen to g5 check, getting the queen into the game with tempo. And then once the king moves, that's when we're going to be taking the rook. He decided to take with the rook. I'm ahead by a rook, but it's very important that all my pieces join the game. So I'm going to play the move rook to e3 with the whole idea of swinging this other rook in the game. Rook to g1 attacks my queen. Let's play the move queen to f6 here. Now we have two pieces attacking his pawn on f3. Queen to g3 doesn't really threaten anything because my queen covers the pawn. So let's just take a free pawn on f3. He's not able to take because I'm guarding. He took a free pawn on c7, and I'm now going for some checkmating threats. With that being said, let's play the move rook to c2. I'm threatening a checkmate on f3. He took on b7, which actually protects the mate. So let's get our rook in the game. My rook was under attack. Now it's on an open file. He moves the queen back to d7 to attack my unprotected rook, but now it's checkmate in two moves. I'm going to start by playing the move queen to f3 check. His rook has to block on g2, and then I'll take his rook, and that's going to be a checkmate. So let's play queen to f3 check. The rook now has to block. He blocks with the rook, and then he resigns. Hit subscribe for more.